Google I/O kicks off, showing us that Android P is trying to address the main problems of smartphones, and battery life is just one of them. Google Assistant just got a lot better, up to the point where it can actually assist you, and Google Maps finally takes a dive into being useful for walking directions. I'm Jaime Rivera, and this special edition of the Pocketnow Daily is brought to you by the geniuses over at Wix. Stay tuned to the question of the day to learn more. Let's go through the news. Okay, so all news today are official. Definitely, there were a ton of announcements from Google I/O. I am starting to actually like the whole orientation that AI is taking, particularly with your usage of products. Google Maps and Google Lens being one of them. One of the things that I hate the most about being in New York City and using Google Maps is walking directions. It's terrible. It tells you go west or east, and sometimes I don't know where that is. It's the main reason why I'm using Maps. Now Google Maps is capable of being able to use the camera and give you augmented reality to be able to find where you're going. And Google Lens also brings a couple of extra features where you're able to detect what you're looking at and provide you with additional information for purchasing other products, etc. You can learn more about this in the link in the description. Now let's talk about the Google Assistant. I have always debated the purpose of digital assistants if they can't really assist you, and it seems that Google is actually wanting to change that. First of all, you get 6 new voices, one of them being John Legend. That's great. But probably what I liked the most about the keynote was seeing the Google Assistant actually be able to call on a restaurant, for example, book a table for you, and because it can recognize whatever the operator is saying, it can actually have a full conversation. I've also complained about the fact that the Google Assistant requires you to always be saying the catchphrase that I can't say because I've got like 4 phones around there, but now you won't need that. Apparently that's also going to change. I can't wait for that to roll out. Now let's talk about Google Photos. This is probably one of my favorite services from the company. Now we've got a couple of updates to make sharing a lot easier. Google Photos will be smart enough to detect if you take a couple of photos with your friends and will suggest you want me to share these photos with your friends and give you an automated link that's quick and easy, and it'll just require you to tap once. Other things are the fact that Google Photos now will be able to detect whenever it can edit a particular photo, which is following on the Assistant feature that already existed, but now brings cooler filters like black and white backgrounds with a color foreground, etc. You can learn more again about this in the description as well. Now let's talk about Android P as well. Before we dig into all the features, that's going to be a long post. What devices can currently download it? The Essential phone, which mine is currently downloading it, obviously the Pixel phones. You also have the opportunity with the Sony Xperia XZ2. You have even Nokia devices. The new Xiaomi Mi Mix 2S, which is also there, is also going to be getting this update. The other problem is you have to go through a couple of hurdles to be able to install it, but yeah, it's available to you. You can learn more about all the steps in the description as well. And finally, the most interesting news today have to do with Android P. It seems that Google has noticed that we are addicted to our phones, and a lot of the changes have to do with helping you with that. The feature called Dashboard is probably one of the ones that I cannot wait to test. The fact that, well, Google will tell you how many times you unlock your phone, what apps you use the most, how much time you spend on them. So yeah, you get a bird's eye view of just how bad it is. There are new Do Not Disturb features like Shush, where you can flip the phone around and it'll start. It will not bring you notifications. You can even use a wind down feature where you tell the phone when you want to go to bed, and it'll start switching things off as you get closer to that time in order to wind down and be able to go to bed. But that's not it. There are also other additions that have to do with battery life. Google confirms that this is their top priority, and they're going to use AI for everything, up to the point where they notice where you usually select the brightness slider on the screen, and it'll automatically adapt. Thank you, Google. I can't wait to try that out. Again, there are a ton of things that are coming. Let us know in the comments, what do you think about Android P? Do you think that it's a cool update, or it just looks the same? Because in my case, I actually like all the updates to make you avoid smartphone addiction, but this is my opinion. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know yours. And folks, as you know, the source for the Pocketnow Daily is Pocketnow.com. The website has existed for many years, and boy do I wish that back then Wix existed to help us create it. If you're interested in creating a professional website, blog, or online store without any coding knowledge, Wix offers an insane portfolio of tools for you to design something that's right for you. And it's all drag and drop, which is so practical. Or you can choose of any of the hundreds of templates they offer. Learn more about Wix in the link in the description below. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel by hitting this button up here. You can watch yesterday's Pocketnow Daily up here, and our thoughts on the camera of the Samsung Galaxy S9 down here. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.